y'all, let's cook some dinner. I'm going to make some green beans, and I got my water boiling. So I'm going to take 2 cans of green beans, put them right in that boiling water, and get them boiling, boiling, boiling. I like to boil my beans at least 30 minutes if I can. Some people just heat and eat, but we like to boil them a long time. It makes them tender, makes them taste like they're homemade out of the garden, y'all. And to that, we are going to add a can of whole new potatoes. I don't have any fresh potatoes, so this is the next best thing. Now, sometimes I use the same water that's in here. Sometimes y'all told me that you like to rinse this water off. So I'm going to rinse this water off and then put them in with the beans. Alright, next I got a couple little Denver steaks. This was from that cow we bought probably a year and a half ago. So we'll just grab these out of the freezer. And I'm going to put them out here on my little cutting board. They were frozen. I just defrosted them in the microwave. I love having these little steaks on hand. I'm going to make Tony some steak and shrimp. So what I'm going to do is just cut these into little bite-sized pieces. They will cook more evenly and they will cook a little bit faster. And then I'm going to put some seasonings in it, add some garlic and all. And let me get these cut up and I'll come right back. Alright, I got some bacon grease. I keep my bacon grease in the refrigerator. I'm going to throw some of this in with the green beans and the potatoes. Let's get that seasoned up. I'm also going to put some nature seasoning in with it, which is salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Just going to shake some of that in here. Alright, and then in the steak bites, I got my steak bites right here all cut up. I'm going to put them in a little pan. I'm going to add some minced garlic to them. And I'll put some seasoning later on. So put some garlic in with that. I'll put some Dale seasoning in with that later on, but we're going to go ahead and get it up with that right now. Alright, I'm going to mix up a little bit of cornbread. Now, I usually make a whole batch, but I'm going to try just to make a half a pan, which would be a skinny cornbread, but that's alright. So let's see if we can do this. I'm going to just put 1 egg, and I'm going to put the whole egg in there, y'all. And then I'm going to put about a tablespoon or 2 of grease in this pan, and I'm going to stick this pan in the oven. Start getting that hot. Let that melt. Then I'm going to take a cup. This is my favorite. It's called Washington. I'm going to take a cup of this mix because a whole batch would call for 2. So I'm just trying to make a little bit. I don't even know if you can make just a little bit of cornbread, but a little bit of extra in there. Alright, and I got about 2/3 cup of milk. Put that in there. Now I'm trying to do this in a little measuring cup. Let's see how this turns out. Just going to beat this up. Pour this in that pan and cook it at 450 degrees. And it's going to make a really flat one, but that's okay. We don't want a great big fat one anyways, because we can't eat a whole pan of cornbread. Alright, let me get my pan out. Alright, along with our steak bites and green beans, potatoes, cornbread, I'm going to make a little bit of this garlic butter shrimp. All you have to do is saute this 7 to 8 minutes, and it's garlic butter shrimp. So I'm going to put a little bit in the pan here. They look big when they're frozen, but when they cook, they're not very big at all. So I think cook about that many right there. And I'm going to set them on the back burner on low to saute them. Alright, our steak bites are done. I'm just going to leave them sitting that little bit of juice to keep them moist. Alright, my skillet is hot. The grease is hot that's in there. And I'm going to pour this in. My oven takes forever to get up to 450, but that's what I got it on to cook this little bit of cornbread here. I'm not making a full batch. This is only a half a batch. So we're going to let that, and my oven is almost preheated, and then I'm going to stick this in. Alright, let's get this cornbread out, y'all. This cornbread cooked up quick tonight. It's a very small loaf. I made only half a batch. I've never done that before. Let's pop it out on a plate and see what it does. Hopefully it's going to pop right out. We'll see. Ooh, there it is. Ooh, piping hot cornbread. Only that much stuck, y'all. Look at there. That's pretty good. Probably because my oven's uneven, but ooh, we're going to have us some good supper tonight. Alright, everything is ready, y'all. We got the little shrimp and garlic sauce right there. We got our steak bites back there. And we got our green beans with potatoes right there. So that's going to be dinner tonight. Talk to y'all soon.